Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to another episode of Life with Brian. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day out there. I am standing in line at Sushi Miyagi, which is a sushi place here in Chinatown, which I first found or tried out about 10, 11 years ago. Haven't been back in some time, probably actually several years, 3 or 4 years probably, maybe even longer than that. But it's run by a Japanese couple, husband and wife. It's only them, which sometimes makes things go a little bit slow when the crowd gets in. But I personally think that the best Katsudon in town is found here at Sushi Miyagi. The sushi's good as well. Not, fantastic, but good, fresh, good portions. But the Katsudon here is just amazing. The crust that they have on the cutlet and the rice and the egg, it's perfect. So actually I'm here for the first time in several years to get the Katsudon. And I'm actually first in line. They're only open like 12 to 3, Tuesday through Saturday. They're closed Sunday and Monday. Their hours have shrunk over the years. They used to be open evenings and I think every day except for one day. Now they're closed 2 days and only open 12 to 3, Tuesday through Saturday. So I'm in line right now. A group of people have already come in behind me. I've heard the line gets pretty long after 11:30. So I'm glad I'm the first one here and I'm excited to have this Katsudon again. Come on, check it out with me, guys. So one of the owners, the wife, very friendly woman, just brought out the menu. They always have these lunch specials, but I never got it. The real star of the show here, I think, is the Katsudon, which again I think is the best in town. They have a lot of good stuff here too. So I literally ordered about a minute and a half ago and the nigiri's already come out. There's only one person, the husband, who makes the sushi back there. And yeah, that was lightning fast. Probably the fastest sushi I've ever received, outside of a buffet, of course. And what's also funny is I haven't been here in probably at least 3 or 4 years easy, maybe longer than that. And when I was here, most of the time, I'd say 90% of the time, I ordered the Katsudon with no onions. And the wife who always takes my order, because she's the only other person working here, actually remember that I didn't like onions in my Katsudon, which is pretty amazing given how many guests they have. But yeah, kind of that touch that you can't get unless it's really the family owned and same people working over and over again. So Alright, I've had the sushi here before, but it's been a while. I remember it being good, definitely above average. So I always tell people you can always tell the quality of nigiri if you try the scallop. So actually, forgot to do something. So we'll go and tuck into the nigiri, which came out at a lightning speed. I've had their sushi here before. It's good. It's not the best ever, but it is good. It's fresh. I always tell people the easiest and the fastest way to tell the quality of nigiri is by the hotate, the scallop. So we'll see if it's as I remember. The scallop is very fresh, not fishy at all. It's very fresh. The rice is a little on the warm side. Usually I prefer my sushi rice at room temperature, maybe a little bit even on the cooler side. And there's it's not an overwhelming amount of rice, but it's definitely a good amount. So if you don't like rice, you probably will not like these nigiri. A bone. The rice is a little bit much, but a good vinegary taste to it. Sushi is good overall. I give it like a 6.8, 6.9. It's pretty good. And this is what everyone's been waiting for, the Katsudon, which again, I think is easily the best in town. And actually, to be honest, I would put it even on par with the Katsudon I've gotten in Japan. It's just the way they cook the cutlet. It's not fatty. It has just a little bit of fat, good crunch. The egg and the rice all mixes very well together. Very delicious. All right, tucking into the Katsudon. I don't know how they do their cutlet like this, but it's like, it's not soggy. It still has a nice little crust to it. Best of all, it's not porky. That's weird. I like pork, but not pork that tastes porky, so. Their Katsudon is the best in town. A lot of Katsudon you eat, it's like all crust, or the crust falls off as soon as you pick it up. So the fact that it's very well integrated with the meat here, it stays on. It's really good, really good. So I just finished my lunch, guys, at Sushi Miyagi, and the Katsudon was as good as I remember. The sushi was maybe slightly not as good as I remember, just primarily because the rice was a bit much, and the rice was a little bit on the warm side as well. Not to be a sushi snob or anything, but I think rice to fish ratio is pretty important, as well as the temperature of the rice. Again, I usually like my my rice either room temperature or maybe slightly on the cool side. Theirs is a little warm and it's a bit much, so it's kind of but that aside, again, the Katsudon was really good. I love the crust they have on it. The egg to pork to rice ratio is fantastic, and I don't know how they do it, but it just, the pork remains crisp, has a crunch to it, but it's still tender and juicy without being porky. So if you like Katsudon that's not porky, you will not find a better one than at Sushi Miyagi. Trust me on this, guys. Service was super friendly. The wife, who again, it's been at least 3 or 4 years, probably more than that, but at least I'd say 4 years since I've eaten there. But she remembered me. She remembered that I do not like onions and not to put onions in the Katsudon. And even as I was leaving, she was like, "Good to see you again." And you know, that's what kind of fantastic service, right? And yeah, so very clean, small. There's only like 7 tables, I think, so get there early. I was the first one in line. I got there like around 11:24. They open 12 to 3, Tuesday through Saturdays, but it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it if you're a Katsudon fan, for sure. The other food options are good as well. So hope you guys liked the video. Give it a thumbs up, comment below, like, subscribe. Please support the channel. Hope to catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.